Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club. It's fight night, guys. Are you ready? Coming to you with the UFC Fight Night video. Calvin Keator versus Emmett. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, I do MLB DFS, NBA DFS, NHL DFS, UFC DFS. You name it, we do it, guys. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get these views up on these UFC fight cards, man, for DFS. There's only a couple of us that do them. So I would watch all of them. Get all the info you can on these fights. This is a tough card, man. This is a great card, though, to watch. A lot of bangers on this one. A lot of close ones. There's going to be some dogs barking. So I can't wait to break this slate down with you guys. So without further ado, let's start the freaking show. So yeah, guys, just to go back to that. So all my other videos that I do, we get about, my channel gets about 1,000 videos, a little under 1,000 views a day. These UFC videos have been coming in at like maybe 200 views. So this will be it. So if I can get, well, if we can bring the views up to at least 300 views on this video, I'll keep them going. If not, I'll probably just save for the members only podcast for the DFS Club. And maybe I just do the UFC pay-per-views. I do UFC interviews. I interview a lot of UFC fighters. I just interviewed Roxanne Modafferi. I interviewed Jasmine Jasavicius, who's on this card. So got to do the UFC content, but maybe I just do the pay-per-view cards. I don't know. We'll see how this one turns out. But the views are just so down. I put so much into these videos. So if you guys can tell your friends, tell your family, you want this free content, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and let's get these views up, guys. So let's get the homework out the way. So if you like playing DFS, you're going to love this. This is the DFSclub.com, guys. This is my home. You got two providers in one. You got DFS Space, myself, Skywalker DFS. We play everything. We're playing tennis tonight, boys and girls. We're playing NBA, MLB. I say NBA because NBA Summer League starts in less than 2 weeks, first week of July. So that's where a lot of money is to be made. We killed it the last 2 seasons. I cannot wait for that. MLB all summer long, PGA, NHL finals, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, UFC, WNBA, college sports, EuroLeague basketball. Hell, we do USFL, guys. Click join now. Make sure you click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, so I get credit. And then pick these. Check out these plans, guys. $14.99 a month. Nobody does this. Nobody. And you get, listen to this. You get all my lineups, ownership, projections. You get top stacking. You get top pitchers for MLB. You get the members only podcast 1 hour before lock, guys. We go live 1 hour before lock exclusively to the DFS Club. We cover prize picks, sports wagering, you name it, we do it. $14.99 a month for our bronze plan, silver, gold. We got 3-day passes. The only difference between the plans is the more you pay up, the more you save. So other than that, guys, we made it affordable for everybody to join. Over 400 plus members in here, growing by the day. So if you guys want to check us out and you guys want to stop losing, you guys want to start winning, DFSclub.com is your one-stop shop for all your DFS, prize picks, sports wagering. We got you guys covered, man. I'm so excited. I'm watching my club grow every single day, and I'd like you guys to be a part of it. So DFSclub.com, guys. All right, so let's bring this up. So I'm going to go through it fight by fight through Tapology, and then we'll go over to Draftkings and see how it looks over there. I'll pick my winners, and then we'll go to Draftkings and try and pick out some scenarios. Maybe I'm not going to do full lineups as we get in trouble for that. FanDuel don't give a shit. FanDuel will let you do lineups, whatever, because FanDuel knows what's up. FanDuel knows that us providers bring the business. We bring the players. But DraftKings tows down to the casual player who plays probably once or twice a year. Not a very good business model, DraftKings, but FanDuel knows what's up. But let's go to Tapology. So here we are, UFC Fight Night. Calvin Keator versus Josh Emmett, guys. Let's make the screen like this so you guys can see it better. There we go. All right, so let's go pick some winners. It's a very dicey card. I mean, the matchmaking's incredible. You know, a lot of close fights here. So we're going to kick it off here. We got Kyle Dawkins. He's 8.7K on DraftKings, going up versus Roman Dolidze at 7.5 on DraftKings. Kyle Dawkins coming off a win 3 months ago against Jamie Pickett with a submission, dominated him. And I can't believe it's been a year since we've seen Roman. I mean, it seems like he just fought not too long ago, but yeah, it's been a year. Beats Stapoli by a decision. It's just this guy's fight IQ is so bad, man. If he really uses grappling more and his wrestling more, I think he would have a lot more success. But the pick for me here is going to be Kyle Dawkins, especially when they faced off today. Kyle Dawkins was the taller man. He goes for takedowns, heavy top control, submissions, powerful striking, well-rounded fighter. Dolidze, when he wants to, he'll go for takedowns. He's a good grappler, good wrestling. Dude, strong as an ox. But my pick here on the first fight of the night is going to be Kyle Dawkins at 8.7K. Next up, we got Phil Hawes, and I love that he bleached his hair just like mine, you know. It's just a coincidence. Didn't happen on purpose. Phil Hawes is 9K going up versus Gilroy's own mini DC Darren Nguyen at 7.2K. We had a couple of wrestlers here. So Phil Hawes, his striking has improved. Great wrestling, goes for takedowns. He has great kicks. He got smoked that last fight, though, against Curtis. Holy shit, he got smoked. Darren Nguyen, he's a wrestler. He's DC Junior. Mr. Takedowns, guys. Look at his score. We'll look at his score when we go over to DraftKings that last fight. He's very short for the division, though, man. He got them little T-Rex arms. But size don't mean everything in mixed martial arts, guys. Don't ever pick a guy because he's bigger. Just saying that. Ladies, that's a different story. Size does matter. And if they tell you anything different, they're lying to your face, all right? Top pressure, I don't know if he can keep Phil Hawes down. But he did score 12 takedowns in that last fight. 12 for Darren Nguyen. He was on a 2-fight losing skid. Lost to Darren Stewart, which is embarrassing. Lost to Gerald Meerschaert, which, you know, no shame in that. But to Darren Stewart, who's not even in the UFC anymore. Yikes. His last win against Arroyo. I'm going to take Phil Hawes here. Am I going to pay 9K for him? Probably not, because I see this one going the distance. But even Darren Nguyen, when we go over his scores, even in losses, he scores pretty well. I might take a couple stabs at Darren Nguyen. Just hoping that he keeps taking this guy down and scores well with the judges. But if you guys notice, a couple things we got to point out here. This fight card is in Texas. We all know the Texas judges absolutely. You guys think the regular judges suck? These judges, you don't know what they're thinking. They're the worst. So, yeah, the Texan, what do they call it? The Texan Athletic Commission, their judges are the absolute worst known to mankind. So, the days of just taking someone down and getting control time and not doing anything with it is over. You don't get points for that. Judges are not scoring that anymore. So don't sit here and scream when you're like, man, but my fighter got 5 takedowns and had all that control time. Yeah, but what did he do with it? Right? What did he do? Absolutely nothing. If you got the fighter on the bottom constantly working, throwing elbows, punches, trying to get up, elbows, punches, the fighter on the bottom's actually scoring better in the judge's eyes right now. So please take that into account. Because when I say that, I mean, even if he gets 12 takedowns, what's he going to do with them? You know, he'll score good on DraftKings, but I think Phil Hawes gets it done. 9K is a steep price tag. I don't know if I'll pay it. The official pick, though, is Phil freaking Hawes. All right, next up, Jesus Christ, this fucking fight here. We got a couple. Cody Stateman's 9.5K. He hasn't lost a fight. I mean, he hasn't won a fight. He did beat Brian Boom Boom Kelleher, which is kind of impressive over a year ago. But since then, my God, he lost to Jimmy Rivera. He lost to Murab. I guess there's no shame in that. Lost to Saeed 4 months ago. Then you got, so Cody is 9.4K. Sorry, no, 9.5K. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, there's no way in hell I'm paying that for Cody's statement. You got Eddie Weinland, man, on his way out. Hate to say it. The guy's fun to watch. He's got a very unorthodox style. The old school put up your dukes kind of style. As soon as they go, he goes, man. He goes all in. Lost to John Castaneda. Sugar Sean put his lights out. He beat Popov, whoever the fuck that is. Lost to Perez. I mean, he's lost 4 of his last 5. I get it. I think Cody Stateman's going to win. I'm just not paying 9.5 to find out. So the pick for me is going to be Cody Stateman at 9.5. But I'm going to look at ownership too. I mean, if he's in the single digits, I might put him in a couple lineups. But it's been the ladies lately. If you guys have noticed, the lady fights that are low owned, they've been in the optimal. So same could be said about Cody Stateman at 9.5K. But man, I don't know if I can do that. All right, next up, we got the very lovely Gloria De Paula at 9.2K, going up versus Maria Ali Vera at 7K. The battle for Brazil here, man. 2 mediocre fighters. I mean, Maria is, I'd say, lower mediocre. Gloria De Paula is 9.2K. And seriously, for you sports wager, you gamblers out there, if you're betting on this fight, I got a phone number for you to call. It's called 1-800-GAMBLER. Okay, you need help. You need some serious help if you're putting your hard-earned money on this fight. Gloria De Paula at 9.2. She's got good boxing. She tries to go for takedowns. She's got good volume though. She's a point striker. She just strikes for points. Not a lot of power. Maria, she's got good front kicks, but very unorthodox striking, man. That striking's terrible. She does like these downward punches like this. And she just gets taken down over and over and over again. I mean, I can't with a good. I mean, who's she? She lost it to Tabitha Ricci with his no slouch, which was her UFC debut, and then she bought a bunch of nobodies on. She was on the Dana White Contender Series. She lost to Marina Rodriguez. No shame in that. But yeah, whenever she's fought somebody with a name, she's gotten smoked. Gloria De Paula, she beat Diane Belbita, who I think's underrated. I think Belbita is actually better than what her record says, man. She lost to Cheyenne, Jin Yu Fry. She won her Dana White Contender Series fight. The pick here is going to be Gloria De Paula. I'm pretty confident about it. This Maria is just not good. I don't know how she made it to the UFC. So if Gloria De Paula at 9.2 is really low owned, I'm going to take a shot here. Because it's been the ladies, again, that's been in the optimal line. So, yeah, give me Gloria De Paula at 9.2K. I feel pretty good about that pick. Next up, man, we got Danny Chavez, 6.9K on DraftKings, going up versus Ricardo Ramos at 9.3. This fight is just a pure fade for me, man. I don't know what to do here. So, Danny Chavez, the dog, 6.9K, takedowns, calf kicks, low volume, very low volume. Decent takedown defense. Technically, I think, he lost to Kai Kamarka, which is, he's not even in the UFC anymore. These Hawaiian fighters have not been very good. He won the decision, but I don't know. I think Kai Kamarka, you can make a case that he did lose that fight. Lost the decision to Jared Gordon. He beat TJ Brown in his UFC debut. So he's had a little rough go of it. Ricardo Ramos, man, he throws some calf kicks, nasty spinning elbows. He's higher volume out of the two, but that's not saying much. with Danny Chavez. He blocks punches with his face. Ramos doesn't know how to block a punch with anything else but his face. He does have a nice stiff jab. 9.3K for Ramos. I'm going to pass. I'm not paying 9.3K. He beat Bill Algeo. He lost to Tukahov. Lost to Lerone Murphy. I mean, who has he beat? He hasn't beaten. He beat Bill Algeo, but who hasn't, right? This dude's a can crusher. I almost, if Danny Chavez is more active, I'd say, take a shot at the dog here. But the official picks Ricardo Ramos at 9.3, but no fucking way. I don't know what's up with these pricings, with the prices this late, but these fighters are not worthy of the 9K range. Next up, we have a banger here, man. We got Jeremiah Wells going up against the ageless wonder, Court McGee, man. Jeremiah Wells is 8K. Court McGee is 8.2. It's a 50-50 fight, and it's priced accordingly. Jeremiah Wells had an easy layup fight last fight against Blood Diamond. Yes, Blood Diamond. He was 3-0. He only got in because he's the last Stylebunder's friend. He almost knocked himself out. So, ready, fight. Jeremiah Wells, I don't know what he was doing. He started running to the right, like alongside of the cage. Damn near broke his ankle, and stumbled. If you guys haven't seen his last fight, go watch it. The very start of the fight, he's running to the left of the cage and then stumbles and almost falls. Actually, he kind of did jump back up. Not a good look, man. How embarrassing. He goes for takedowns. He's a powerful striker. He has good wrestling. He always goes for those rear naked chokes, man, whenever he can. He's very strong, dude. The dude's back is huge. But you can say the same for Court McGee at 8.2K. Court McGee's never been submitted, and we know he's been in the UFC since freaking UFC 1, right? He's got nasty jabs, takedowns. He's very strong, good wrestling, loves to grind on the cage. That's his bread and butter. He likes to push fighters up against the cage, make it a dirty boxing match, get that fence control, and then go for takedowns. He likes to make it dirty. And when he's on top, man, he stays busy. So it's not like I'm worried about him just laying and praying. He stays busy on top. Just the constant pressure of Court McGee. That last fight, he looked probably almost the best I've seen him look. Great cardio. This guy can fight for 10 rounds. He's also got powerful punches in his hands. I'm going to take Court McGee here. He did beat Ramiz Brahmajad, Claudio Silva. He was on that losing streak, right? Then he got it all together. And the dude's jacked. He's got a weird looking body, though. Like, these muscles here are fucking huge, but these ones right here are tiny. That's just from that power of lifting people up, man. But the pick is going to be Court McGee at 8.2K. I get the Jeremiah Wells backers. Like, it's a 50-50 fight. You want to get exposure to both. I get it. I think this fight scores pretty good. But we'll look at, how these fighters score once we go over to the DraftKings side of it. But the pick for me is going to be Court McGee at 8.2K. Then we got my girl, man, Jasmine, Jazz Devicious. Like I said, I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check out my interview. She came on my show. Bless her heart. She was kind enough to come on my show and give me an interview. I love fighters that do that, man. I'm always a fan for life of them. She's in the gym 24/7. Go on her Instagram page. All her Instagram is just her in the gym. Her in the gym. That's her whole life, is her in the gym. She just said she eats, breathes, and shits MMA. That's Jasmine. That's my girl, man. She's 9.1K. She's going up against Natalia Silva. Now, I see a lot of Natalia Silva backers here. I don't get it. The girl's tiny. She hasn't fought in 2.5 years. She came out of some promotion in Brazil called like Jungle Wars or something. I mean, who is she fighting down there? Right? Like the locals in whatever village she's from. She has fast hands, takedowns, and she's a submission specialist. That's what she does. She fought a lady named Joyce Mara, Gabriela Marcal, Raquel Santiago, Kiana Santana, And I mean, who are these people? But look at this promotion here. You mean to tell me she's gonna just come into the UFC, no tough, no Dana White Contender Series, and she's gonna beat Jasmine Jasovicius? You lost your damn minds. Jasmine, I get it. She's coming to the game pretty late in her career. She made her UFC debut, beat the brakes off of Kay Hansen. It wasn't even close. She won her Dana White's Contender Series fight in a decision. But Jasmine didn't just beat Kay. She dominated her, man. In our interview, we talked about the fight, and Jasmine's got a lot of confidence, man. And at the face-offs today, Jasmine put her finger up like this, and Silva was having none of it, man. She was having none of it. The size difference between the two, Jasmine towers over her, but Jasmine towers over a lot of girls in this weight division. She's tall. She's long for the division. Jasmine's 9-1. This is one of these ladies here that I'm going to take that I think we get at low ownership because no one's going to want to pay 9-1, especially with all the Silva backers here. She got good takedown defense. She goes for takedowns, ground and pound, good top pressure, and she's good at getting reversals. Like if someone takes her down, she's pretty good at reversing it, and then all of a sudden she's on top. The pick here for me is going to be Jasmine. I'm pretty confident about it. Dare I say, like, nothing against Silva, but dare I say, did Dana bring her in because of her looks? She's a very pretty girl, right? So, sex sells. I'm just saying. So, give me nothing against Jasmine. She's pretty, but I mean, this girl's pretty hot, right? So, one in addition to the UFC, but give me Jasmine Jasovicius at 9.1K. Hopefully, I'm praying to the UFC gods, to the fantasy gods, that she'll be super low owned, so I could pounce on Jasmine and all my lineups at 9.1. All right, next up, we got a banger here, kind of. I think it's not going to be close, but it depends on who you're asked. So Adrian Yanez, 9.4K, going up versus Tony. I missed weight today, Kelly, at 6.8K. Some people are making it a big deal about what he said about Brazilians in the corner, guys. He didn't mean anything by it, and I'm not even backing Tony Kelly here. I'm just using common sense. Stop being so goddamn sensitive. All right. Yeah, Brazilians can be dirty fighters, but so can Russians, so can Americans. Just like, dude, he wasn't talking, that wasn't racist. Just shut up. That word is being used way too much these days to where it almost doesn't mean anything anymore. So shut your mouths. Stop being so sensitive. Things are said in fight corners that probably sound a little sketchy. I mean, Cody Covington went in the middle of the fucking octagon and called the Brazilian fans, what he called them? He called them what? A bunch of, I forget. Was it racist? No. Filthy animals, I think he called them, or something. But, man, people are just too fucking sensitive nowadays. It drives me insane. However, that was my little rant about that. Adrian Yanez, my favorite 9K fighter, period, 9.4K. Powerful striker. He starts slow, so don't be afraid when Tony Kelly comes firing out. Adrian takes his time. He's got great cardio. He's in no hurry. Great chin. But come that second and third round, man, he really turns on that volume. He just fought Davey Grant in a banger, and we know how dangerous Davey Grant is. Davey Grant is a killer. Like, if I had to get in the ring with Davey Grant, and I don't say that about a lot of fighters, I'd be fucking terrified. Tony Kelly, he's got good forward pressure. His last fight, he came out like a bat out of hell, man, just swinging at everything. He's got a good jab, good boxing. Last fight, he liked to clinch up against the cage a lot. That's not going to fly with Adrian Yanez. He does those crazy kicks, but I think he's going to get a little too flashy here. I think Adrian Yanez is going to catch him in that, probably in the second round and put his lights out. So yeah, Adrian Yanez here's the pick at 9.4K. No shocker here. I think he gets the finish probably in the second round. All right, let's move right along, guys. So this one, I'm just back and forth. How can you not like Julian Marquez, man? The dude's a personality plus. 7.7K. versus Gregory Rodriguez at 8.5K. 50-50 fight here. You got to think dog or pass, right? I have a feeling that Marquez will be one of the more popular underdogs on the card. I don't want to make a pick here. I almost want to flip a freaking coin. Gregory Rodriguez, he used to wrestle. He used to grapple. He don't do it anymore. Marquez just fought Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey's no slouch, man. I mean, he can still fight. But what Marquez did to Alvey, nobody's ever done that to him before, man. He's a brawler. He starts slow, very powerful right hand. He got rocked in that first round against Alvey, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. Late in the first, he was really wobbly. He kind of got saved by the bell, I think. But then he comes out in the second round and knocks Alvey out. Now, it was a choke out, but right before that, whatever kind of choke that was, Alvey was already like seeing stars and didn't know where he was. So technically it was a choke out, but Marquez knocked his ass out. Yeah, Gregory Rodriguez, powerful striker, low volume, picks his spots, man. Takedowns when he wants. He's fallen in love with his striking. If he tries to take Julian down and Marquez down, I'm curious to see what's going to happen because he's a big boy, man. Marquez is a big boy. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep him down. Good grappling. He's got nasty kicks. Man, you know what? I'm going to go. The pick here is Gregory Rodriguez. But when it comes to my lineups, I'm either going to have 50-50 of this fight or I'm going to fade it. I don't know if we get a finisher. If we do, I think it's on the Marquez side. I don't see Rodriguez knocking nobody out. I mean, I'm almost talking myself into picking Marquez right now, but I picked him earlier this week. Now I'm back on Rodriguez. So the official pick's going to be Rodriguez. I'll put him in my Tapology as the official pick. And you guys want to follow me on Tapology, it's easy. Skywalker DFS. You guys want to challenge me? Challenge me, man. I love it. Challenge me on here. We have some fun. But yeah, the pick's going to be Gregory Rodriguez. But on DraftKings, I'm going to take some shots with Marquez, man, just like everybody else is. There's good value there at 7-7. This one I cannot fucking wait for, man. This one I cannot wait for. We got Damir Ismagulov, 8.4K, going up versus, he's an underdog again, Jerome. Jerome's man, he's one of them tough Georgian fighters, dude. Hazmat Chimaev's like best friend. He was in his corner. Hazmat was in his corner last fight, and Hazmat kept punching like the side of the octagon, and you can hear it throughout the whole fucking arena. And the ref had to go over, keep telling him, knock it off. Good luck telling Hazmat to do anything. But I just thought that was just funny. Damir, 8.4K. Technical striker, good ground game. Stays busy on the ground too, which is important nowadays. You got to stay busy on the ground. Nasty kicks, takedowns. Garam, man, he's like I said, he's one of them Georgian fighters. Powerful kicks. He kicks a lot. He kicks more than he punches. He's a Muay Thai fighter. Good defense off his back, man. If he gets taken down, he's really quick at getting up. He's got some great get up skills with them butterflies and just getting up. He's putting on that heavy pressure that whole fight, man. He's in your face, high volume. He does slow in the third. I mean, coming in with all that volume, with all those kicks, getting off your back from being taken down, that takes a lot of energy out of you. He was a huge underdog last fight, and he won. And what I respect about this man is after the fight, he told Gamrot, "Hey, I didn't win. You won. The judges got it wrong." Like, when do you ever see that? When you never see that. So this man has honor. He has respect for mixed martial arts. I'm going to take Garam here. I just think he's the more dangerous one. He's going to be better than he was that last fight. Dude's dangerous, man. He lands one of those kicks. He's going to put Damir's lights out real quickly. I mean, the matchmaking here is just fucking great. I mean, as you can see, so Damir has 4 fights in the UFC, all wins, but he's a decision guy. All decisions here, all of them, all decisions. He has Drum has one UFC fight, no jitters, nothing like that. He just came out, did his thing. Decision there. Now in the regional sing on Brave, knockout, decision, knockout. So I'm gonna take Duram here, and I think he gets it done by knockout here. I think he puts Duram's lights out. I'm probably gonna say first or second round, but I'll put in Tapology once we go over these fights. Once we do the run back here. But yeah, give me Duram. Give me the dog here at 7-8. I'm gonna take him as a dog again. Last fight though was a huge underdog and came through. Next up, man, I got a tough one here. I mean, Joaquin Buckley built like a fucking brick house, going up versus Albert Duryea, who's built like your uncle that just has been sitting on the couch for the last 2 years, right? Not a muscle in his body. These guys square up in a street fight. You're like, oh, this Buckley guy's gonna whoop his ass, you know. But I mean, you can't do that in UFC. You can't do it. So we're getting Joaquin Buckley at 7.6K. Joaquin Buckley has a new strategy in his game, and it's called takedowns. He's a powerful striker. I don't remember how many takedowns he got last fight. It was quite a few. It was like 5 or 6, something like that. Powerful striker, reminds me of Mike Tyson. The way he stands, the way he swings. Not as good as Mike Tyson was. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, he's got takedowns in his game now. He's very strong. Nice kicks. Good output. The only problem is with that good output in that third round, he's dead. He's dead. He's got no energy left in that third round. Now for Albert here at 8-6, he's a low volume striker. He got dropped by a jab his last fight. He got dropped by a fucking jab. So you're facing someone like Joaquin Buckley, who's got a lot of power. That doesn't make me too good. Feel too good about backing Albert here. He goes for takedowns. He's got good wrestling, good submissions, ground and pound. His cardio also slows down in the third. I don't know, man. This is a 50-50 fight. This is a dog or pass for me. I know a lot of people on Albert here. I'm going to take Joaquin Buckley. I think he catches him. I really do. I think Durev's chin is built of glass. And I think Buckley puts him out. I think he catches him with a lucky like uppercut or one of them rights, or maybe even a kick that he landed on poor Impa, man. So yeah, give me Joaquin Buckley at 7-6. I'm giving you some underdogs, guys. Do I feel confident? No, but you got to pick some dogs, and I try and play out every fight in my head how it's gonna go. And when I saw Albert get dropped by a fucking jab last fight, I was like, are you kidding me, dude? And I can't give Albert the cardio advantage either because he was dead in that third round too, his last fight. And the only reason why Buckley was that dead, we all know Buckley's had questionable cardio in the past, but it was really bad this last fight because he has now brought in this takedown game. So, and we all know how much energy that takes. So give me Joaquin Buckley at 7-6. Another dog pick for you guys. All right, next up, we got Tim Means versus my man Kevin Holland, everybody's favorite, man. How can you not love Kevin Holland? Tim Means, another one built like your uncle. It's been sitting on the couch, not a muscle on his body. He's 7.3K. Kevin Holland, the man, the myth, the legend, 8.9K, the Kung Fu master. Tim Means, head kicks, powerful striker, takedowns. Sharp elbows in the clinch, too, man. Kevin just better look out for them elbows. Kevin Holland, powerful striker. He's got nothing on the ground. He might be in trouble if Tim Means decided to take this to the ground. His takedown defense has gotten better, but I'm afraid if it goes to the ground, Kevin Holland might be in trouble if Means decides to lay on top of him. But again, keep that in mind with the judges. That doesn't fly with them anymore. You got to be active. He's fast, flashy, kung fu striking, man. Give me Kevin Holland at 8.9K. I think he puts Tim Means out probably in the second round. So let me put that in my notes here. So when I type it into Tapology, give me Kevin Holland here at 8.9K. Be a knockout. And you know Dana White loves this kid. So I'm not saying he's throwing him a layup here, but I think he wants to put some. He's got to start getting behind some of these guys. You can't have 300 fighters in your organization and not get behind any of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, WWE wrestling, right? You got your draws, you got your Cenas, you got your Hogans, you got, I don't know who it is now. I haven't watched it in a while, but UFC, if they're a smart man, they got to get behind some of these guys, bringing these pay-per-views. They got Conor McGregor, but let's face it, he's washed. Chimaev is a new one. That's a draw, right? They got to get more people. Rose is a draw. GSP's not around anymore. Fucking, they got to start backing some guys. They got Sugar Sean, Kevin Holland, Patty, the Batty. Like, so I think Kevin Holland's in that group. So I think the UFC thinks he's going to win. I think he's going to win at 8.9K. It's good for merchandising. It's just good for the sport, guys. Next up, after Cowboy got us right out in the old prison pocket last slate he was on, he decided, I'm going to eat some tacos off this sketchy looking taco truck here. What's the worst that can happen, right? Dude gets food poisoning after lock, screws everybody. Even people that had poor Joe Lauzon got screwed, which I was one of them. Still am one of them. Donald Cerrone, 8.3K. Joe Lauzon, 7.9. So both made weight. However, Donald looks great with his head shaved. I mean, he looked good out there. His face, though, he was it me or he didn't really look like he was into it. Like, he looked kind of intimidated. But then Joe Lauzon didn't even make the ceremonial face-offs and weigh-ins because of cramps. What are you, fucking menstruating, Joe? Like, is it cramps? Like, I know it's 2022 and all, and people are saying that men can get pregnant and that whole shit, but cramps? I was a Joe Lauzon backer. I'm still going to back him at 7.9, but now I'm fucking nervous. Like, I'm not buying the whole cramps thing. Like, he says he's going to fight. He said the fight's still on, but I can't come out for the ceremonial weigh-ins or face-offs. Either he had a bad cut or something happened. Maybe he saw that same fucking taco truck that Donald Cerrone saw that last fucking card and had some tacos. I don't know. But having menstrual cramps, dude, come on, Joe. I'm backing you this fight. Donald Cerrone starts out slow, and he's washed, man. I mean, just my God, dude. All respect to the legend, but I mean, he hasn't won a fight in 10 years. Let's face it. Joe Lauzon hasn't fought in over 3 years almost. But man, that fight against Pierce, Joe Lauzon comes out fast and furious. I don't know if Cowboy can handle that. I seriously don't know if Cowboy can handle that. The state of mind he's in. I'm trying to get a read. I'm a poker player. Like, I play poker plus DFS. I'm at the card room probably 5 nights a week. So I read people. I like to read faces. Donald Cerrone should not play poker because he did not look confident at the ceremonial weigh-ins. But, and like I said, at the same time, Joe Lauzon with cramps, dude. Come on, man. The pick's going to be Joe Lauzon, another dog for you at 7.9, and I think this has to be in the optimal, because do you guys really think this fight's going the distance? I don't. I'm willing to bet money that it's not. So I think you got to get a piece of this fight. So I'll have some Joe Lauzon. I'll probably have a little bit of Cowboy Cerrone, but when I give out my lineups to the club, I only give 5 DraftKings, 3 FanDuel. So I got to make some decisions. But yeah, I think this is a must-have in the optimal, just for the pure finish that's going to happen here. And last but not least, we got the main event of the evening. This is not for any titles, anything like that. I think UFC should start putting, like, especially when you're doing this in front of a crowd, there should be a title. You should put a title on the line. Get a fucking champion in here for the main event. But this fight is going to be a crowd pleaser. This fight's going to be a banger. This fight, Calvin Keator does not have bad fights. Calvin Keator, 8.8K against Josh Emmett at 7.4. Josh Emmett kind of looks like, you guys ever seen that movie, The 300 or 300? You guys remember seeing that? What was that deformed looking guy from Sparta who had his shield and asked Leonidas, can I join? And he's like, can you lift your shield up? You remember that dude? Totally reminds me of Josh Emmett. Don't tell Josh I said that because I don't want him looking for me. You know what I'm saying? But he reminds me of him. Josh Emmett's built like a gorilla, dude. Calvin Keator, 3 UFC main events. He's used to this. He's used to 5 rounds. He's used to main events. He'll go for takedowns when he wants. I don't think that's going to happen here. Good wrestling. If it falls on the ground, they get into scrambles. Great boxing. He's one of the best boxers in the UFC. Straight boxers, man. Dude is tough. He got his ass beat against Max Holloway and finished the fight, man. He did not quit. Good forward pressure. Those big elbows. He's never been finished in the UFC. And I don't hear that a lot. But, yeah, he's never been finished in the UFC. Tons and tons of output. He keeps throwing. Josh Emmett. He hasn't been in a 5-round fight, I don't think, in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know what his cardio is going to look like come the 4th or 5th round. But in 3 rounds, his cardio checks out pretty good. So I'm not going to really say, I'm going to bet more that his cardio is going to check out. He's got that powerful right hand we all know about. He throws everything he's got into that right hand. He's very strong. The thing with him is he'll take a round off. So when you're throwing like that, when you're throwing heavy heat like that, you tire yourself out. So I think he takes, most of the time it's the 2nd round. He takes it off. Not much activity. Just kind of, he's in there, kind of takes a break. I don't think he has the luxury of doing that here. Don't think he has the luxury. So he might get tired. Calvin Keator gets tired too. Him and Giga were both very tired in that 4th and 5th round, that last fight. But yeah, like Joe Rogan says, man, he's strong like a gorilla. Good movement. He's got a great chin. He's a lot lower volume out of the two. Calvin Keator, a lot more volume coming out of him. That's what was the decision maker for me. I think this one's going the full 5 due to both men have great chins. Calvin Keator, you got to kill him to get him out of there. Like I said, he's never been finished in the UFC. The pick for me is going to be Calvin Keator, and I think you get – this is one of these cards where I think you get the main event in there. 5 rounds of just pure output from Keator. Cash games, if you want to stack this main event, you probably could and get away with it. Look at last week. The loser scored over 100 and 111 fantasy points, something like that. So I think this could be another one of those scenarios where it goes 5 rounds and Emmett in a loss might get over 100 fantasy points. Now in 3 rounds, Emmett win looks like only 80 fantasy points because his volume is so low. Unless he, clips somebody and knocks him out early. But that's not happening with Calvin Keator. So the pick for me is going to be Calvin Keator at 8.8K. So look, let's make this official, guys. So let's go back. Let's get my official picks in the Tapology. So let's go back here. So they kind of changed it around a little bit. So I picked Kyle Dawkins. I'm going to say Roman's tough. I'm going to say round 3 TKO. Round 3 TKO. Then we got Phil Hawes and Nguyen. I'm going to take Hawes here. I'm going to go decision. Cody Stateman. I guess Stateman. I'm going to go decision. He ain't finishing nobody. Gloria DePaula. I'm going to take her. The safest thing to do would be decision because women's MMA 75% of the time it goes to the judges. And she doesn't throw with power. She's a point striker. So I say it goes to the judges. Danny versus Ricardo, man. I'm so tempted to pick Danny. If he just had more output, man. I'm going to take Ramos here. I'm going to say decision. And then we got Jeremiah Wells versus Court. Give me Court. Give me decision here also. A lot of decisions. So hopefully we won't have those 20-minute breaks in between fights. God, I hate that. It drives me nuts. I don't know about you guys. They show the same fucking promos over and over again just to kill time. Just bring on the next fight. If it finishes early, then do a 1 hour like post-fight show if you got to kill time, right? Why do that to the fans? Jasmine Jasovicius. Give me my girl. I'm gonna go TKO. I'm gonna go ground and pound. I'll probably say round two. Round two there. Adrian Yanez versus Tony Kelly. Give me Adrian Yanez. Give me TKO round two. Julian Marquez, Gregory Rodriguez. Fuck. I can't believe I got to pick a winner here. Give me Rodriguez. The only way Rodriguez wins, I think, is a decision. But yeah, I'm a coward. I'll go the safe route there. Demir versus Garam. Give me Garam here. Give me knockout. Give me fuck. I'll put him in the first round. No, I'll go second round. Second round. Joaquin Buckley versus Duryea. Give me Buckley. I think he catches him. Give me knockout. Give me round two. Tim Means, Kevin Holland. Give me Kevin Holland. Give me knockout. Give me round two. Donald Cerrone versus Joe, give me Lauzon. I'm gonna say he gets him in a ground and pound, round one. And then the main event, give me Keator, give me decision. Let's save these. These are my Tapology. I'm in a couple contests right now, guys. I love when people challenge me to a contest. So those are in. All right, guys. So I know we're at 46 minutes, but fuck it. Let's go over to Draftkings. So you guys kind of get an idea there. So we'll scroll down to the bottom. So again, we'll go fighter by fighter real quick. So Roman, win, loss, win. And then let's look at what he's been scoring. So fantasy points wise, a win, 86, 92, 108. I mean, for 7-5, I guess that's okay. But yeah, I'm going to take Dawkins here. His last win, he got 118 fantasy points. No decision. That headbutt with Kevin Holland, then that loss, and then a win. He scores pretty good in wins, 91 fantasy points. Then we got Darren win. So this is what I wanted to show you. His last fight, 124 fantasy points because of all those damn 12 takedowns right here. So even in a loss, look at these fantasy points. Besides that 27, the 68, not bad. He scored 6 takedowns in a loss. So, and then we're looking at Phil Hawes. Even in a win for 9K, you kind of want more than 100. He did it versus Malkoon. Got a 128 first round knockout, but then those decisions, right? 95, 96. I don't know, dude. I'm not going to, that one's a fade for me. And Cody Stateman, Weinland, I mean, do I need to show you these pathetic scores here? Stateman, Jesus, he got 1 point in a loss, 40 in a loss, 31 in a loss, and a win he got 84. So why is he priced at 9.5? I don't know. Gloria DePaula. So Olivia, she's making her debut here. Oh no, she's not. She's fighting. She already fought Chavez with Ricci. I was thinking of Jasmine's opponent here. 31 fantasy points and a loss. Gloria DePaula. Let's see. She gets her last win. She got 113 significant strikes. Only scored at 85. 9.2K. I don't think so. I don't think so. Danny Chavez. 28, 22, 74. No. But Ramos is a huge favorite. And a Ramos win, you're paying 9.3. We're looking at a 98. We're looking at 106. We're looking at a 6. I mean, that's not going to get the job done. It's not going to get the job done. We got Jeremiah Wells. Let's see. So he scores really good. In that win, he got a 96 in round 2. And then that win in round 1, he got 111. For 8K, shit, that's not bad. But Court McGee, let's see. So his last one versus Ramiz, he got 111. That win against Silva got 89. His losses, he still scores pretty good because he lands at least one takedown. But I think Court's going to do it, man. And then we got Silva here making her debut, so she's not going to have anything yet. Jasmine, what'd she get in her win? 86. 3 rounds against Kay Hansen, 9-1. That's not going to do it. But I think Jasmine gets a finish here, guys. What's Tony Kelly looking like here? 118 in that win against Costa in the second round. Only 50 in a win, which is kind of hard to believe because Tony Kelly has a lot of output. Adrian Yana is what we want to see here. So 9.4K against Davey Grant. That kind of blew me away. He only got 70 fantasy points. A lot of output there. 106 against Costa, 81 against Lopez, and then 107 against Rodriguez. You kind of are looking for these fighters. Let me get back in position here. Especially if you're paying that price tag, you want, I'd say probably 115, 120. Julian Marquez versus Sam Alvey got a 105 and a win, and then against Patolo got a 74. It's just, God, he's not a high output dude. Gregory Rodriguez, 37 and a loss, and a win, got a 120. That's pretty good. Round 2 knockout. And a round 3 decision, got a 76. This is dicey, man. This is dicey. Then we got my dudes here. We got the Georgians. 56 fantasy points against Gamrot, guys. And a win. 56. That's not good. That's terrible. That's terrible. But I'm still backing them. I'm still gonna back them. And then Demir, 93 in a win, 71 in a win, 56 in a win, 100 in a win. Yeah, I'm still gonna back Chimaev's dude. Buckley, he got a 114 back in 2020 against Wright. His last 2 wins, 80s. Even in a knockout, he only scored an 80. Yikes. We don't have a lot of high fantasy scorers here off the bat. It's not looking. And then Duryea, sorry, guys. 90 in a win in 3 rounds. Tim Means, let's see. His last 3 wins, a 103, a 90, and a 79 at 7-3. That's value if you think he's going to beat Kevin Holland, which I don't think he will. Kevin Holland, a 101 in that last fight. Second round knockout. No decision. Obviously, got a 7. Those 2 losses still scored pretty good, 35 and a 53. Against Souza, and a win, got a 97. He's 8-9. That's pretty good. Big Joe here. He got a 107 in that last fight against Pierce 2 years ago. Round 1 knockout. That's pretty good for 7-9, especially for a guy I think is going to win. Cowboy Cerrone, man. 7, 47, 38, 0 against Conor McGregor, where he didn't land anything. 7 against Gaethje. I mean, shit, dude. If you're backing Cerrone, good luck to you, man. I hope he wins. I love Cowboy, man, but... And then Josh Emmett, like I said, so in his last win against Ige, 71, it was a split decision. It could have gone either way, but the other ones like Burgos, 110, Bektik, 113. He only got a 64 against Johnson. It's just his output. His output is not high scoring. But Keator, on the other hand, a 122 against Giga. That's the type of score you want out of a 9K fighter. He's only 8-8. Of course, he got the breaks beaten off of him against Max Holloway. 5-round decision win, only a 79 against Ige. Steffens got a 101 and a win, and then got a 41 and a loss. So it's going to be dicey, man. That's why I'm like, the 8K range looks really good. Right, so let's scroll down here. So Dacus looks good, 8-7. What other 8K range. We got Court McGee at 8'2", looks good. Demir, no, I'm not backing Demir though. I'm not backing Duryea. I'm gonna go with Buckley there. So what I do when I construct my lineups, I always put my dogs in first, right? My confident dogs that I feel pretty confident in. So give me Joe Lauzon here at 7'9". And then let's say Buckley, right? I'm gonna back Buckley. So that gives us 86 per fighter. You don't want to go really more than 2 dogs. Get in the main event. Give me Calvin Keator. Give me Kevin Holland. That's 8-4. And so now you still got 8-4 to work with, right? Not too shabby. So the key to success, ownership's going to matter so much in this slate, guys. Ownership's going to be the key. So you guys already know. DFSclub.com. Ownership, I got you. Lineups, I got you. Every single sport, guys. Come join the family. DFSclub.com. Click join now. Click my logo. Make sure you click Skywalker DFS. Pick your plans, and you guys are in just like that. We play every single sport. We play prize picks. Just come in for the prize picks, man. $14.99 a month. You'll win that in half a day because we play everything. Sports wagering, you name it. DFSclub.com, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, let's see how the views do on this particular video. I spent a lot of time on it, a lot of research. I do this for the DFS Club. I bring it to you guys for free. So we'll see how the views go. If it's another 200 view video, I'm just going to keep these specifically for the DFS Club until like maybe pay-per-views. And of course, I'll still keep doing the fighter interviews on my channel. So thank you guys so much. Best of luck to you. I cannot wait for this freaking card. Happy Father's Day weekend, by the way, to all the fathers out there. All the fathers got to pay those big child support payments. All the fathers out there who got screwed in court, who can't see their kids, and you didn't do nothing wrong. To all the fathers out there that are just good fathers that are good to their kids every day. Shout out to you guys. To the deadbeat dads out there that want nothing to do with their kids, you all make the Kiss My Ass Club because you ain't shit. Especially to us dads who fought our whole lives just to get every other weekend with our kids. So happy Father's Day to you guys. And hell, happy Father's Day to the single moms out there. I was raised by a single mom. She had to be a mom and a dad. So happy Father's Day to you single moms out there too. I'm Gabriel Skywalker. Thank you so much. Leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Come check out the Skywalker DFS show. We have fun on here, guys. What do I always say? Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from anybody. I'm out, you guys. Subscribe.